I think the ruling dispensation and particularly the RSS has a very clear idea of what the world should look like in their mind. There's not much sense of discussion there. They have a vision for India, which everybody is entitled to have. In my opinion, it's a very rigid vision for India. And what experience I have about this country requires flexibility. This country requires openness. It requires movement of ideas to succeed. If you look at the successes we've had, first big success we had was when Gandhiji opened up the political system, allowed millions of people to come into it. A conversation happened. Conversation that said, listen, let's get rid of these British. Right? Out of that conversation came our freedom movement. And you can see that that's the same thing when you look at the telecom revolution. You know, Sam Petroda was an outsider. Sam Petroda came from America and said, you know, look, I have an idea. What do you think? And then that conversation started, we got the telecom revolution. Same with computers, same with liberalization. There is a contradiction, a huge contradiction in saying, I want startups to happen and I will be intolerant. They're connected. Startups require the free movement of ideas. Intolerance curbs the free movement of ideas. If I tell you, sorry, you're a woman and your place is to stay in the kitchen, I'm curbing your creativity, I'm curbing your ideas. I'm taking your ideas and placing them in the kitchen and saying you can't come out of there. So to me, there's a connection between being intolerant and imposing a vision on this country and economic progress and startups. People who run startups by their very nature are creative people. You can't tell Steve Jobs that, sorry boss, I don't want you to do that. That's his DNA, that's what he does. So you can't build businesses, build the economy on one hand and say we're going to be intolerant on the other hand. It won't happen. You'll see that you will fail on the economy side, you will fail on the startup side if you're intolerant. And that's the sad part. That's again a big difference between our philosophy and the BJP RSS philosophy. We feel that, look, everybody in India should have an opinion. What's your name with the turban? Prabjit. He's a Sikh, right? For me, he should have access to every single thing that anybody in this room has. And for me, okay, I can see, I called him because I can see his turban. And he has a particular religious philosophy. But for me, it ends there. He's an Indian. I do not see anything different in him and in you. And I would not tell him that, listen, you have to live your life in this way. I would consider it arrogant and not my place to tell him that. I want him actually to live his life the way he wants. And it's the same for women. It's the same for Hindus, Muslims. It's the same for lower caste people, upper caste people. That is a difference. Please, sorry, you can sit. That's a difference between us and the BJP. They categorize. There is a Hindu for them, there is a Muslim for them, there is a Sikh for them, there's a woman for them. For me, there's only Indians, nobody else. Everybody is allowed to do what they want. I want that creativity, I want that movement of ideas, because I think that's where our power is. That's how we will do better than China. You are taking away India's most valuable resource. When you are intolerant, you are taking away India's soul. You are taking away the most valuable thing we have, which is the free movement of ideas. The ability for Mahatma Gandhi to get up from here and go to England, go into the English Parliament in a dhoti. I say, I don't care. Somebody asked him, sorry, this is not correct dress you brought here. No, this is my formal dress, I'm going inside there. I don't care what you say. That is the Indian spirit. And it has been there for thousands of years.